Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Jaya Radha Nil Madhavrada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Nitai Gaura Premanande Ki Jai Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Bhajita Bhavana Ki Jai Gaura Premanande Hari Bol Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Bolo. Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Shri Radha Nilamadava ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. It's very important to chant Hare Krishna mantra. There's three words. There's Hare, which is referring to Srimati Radharani, and Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Rama, also Supreme Personality of Godhead, expansion of Lord Chaitanya. So if we chant this mantra, man means the mind, and tra means deliverance. So this mantra delivers our mind from ignorance. What is ignorance? Ignorance is meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, and intoxication. This is considered good by some people. Meat eating, illicit sex, intoxication, and so forth. But actually it's very bad. It's ruining people's lives. So many people are getting sick and killing each other and all kinds of horrible things happening because they are engaged in in sinful activities. So it's very important that we learn what are sinful activities and avoid them. So the four big ticket sinful activities are meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, and intoxication. And then there's also lying, cheating, and things like that. But if we give up those four major things, you'll also give up the other things also. They follow each other. So by chanting Hare Krishna, we come directly in contact with God because Krishna is non-different than his name. Krishna and his name are not different. It's a chant because the name Krishna is transcendental. It's not something that was made up. Like, for example, there are things that are made up here on the earth, but the name of Krishna came from the spiritual world. It's a spiritual, transcendental name. And it refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. So it's not something mundane. If we take up chanting Hare Krishna, all our problems will go away. That's why it's important, at least to say it once. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
One day, Lord Chaitanya was speaking to Haridas Thakur. And he said, Haridas, how are we going to save all these malechas? Lord Chaitanya was referring to the Muslims. And Haridas said, don't worry, my Lord. They're also chanting the names of God. And Lord Chaitanya said, really? He said, yes. They say all the time, Haram, Haram, Haram. They're chanting the name Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. He said, therefore they're making spiritual progress also. Yeah, you see how nice it is. Even if you repeat these, let's say, the name of God without knowing it, you make spiritual advancement. Okay, so Haridas Thakur himself was a Muslim, born a Muslim, but he came, but he joined Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement, and he became the Nama Acharya, the great Acharya of the holy name. He used to chant 300,000 names of Krishna every day. It takes about at least 23 hours to do that. So he would chant 23 hours, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So, we're not asking you to chant 23 hours, but we do emphasize the importance of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra at least for 2 hours a day. That would mean you would be able to chant 16 rounds on the beads. If you don't have these chanting beads, you can get them today. We have them here. And you can chant on them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's very important to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra if you want to be liberated from the cycle of birth and death and go back to Godhead, where we came from. We were all originally with Krishna in the spiritual world, but due to ignorance, we walked away from the Lord voluntarily. Sometimes people make mistakes like that. Not everybody. Only 1/4 of living entities make that mistake. The other 3/4 have never made that mistake and never will make that mistake. And they stay in the spiritual world. But we, and any one of us here in the material world, we have made that mistake of voluntarily walking away from the Lord and being subjected to birth, old age, disease, and death, although we all have an eternal soul. We all have an eternal soul. But our soul now is covered by the body, and most people identify with the body and not with the soul. That's the biggest mistake you can make. Anyone who says, oh, I am Indian, or I am American, or I am Canadian, or I am this, or I am that, I am Muslim, I am Christian, I am this or that, they're misidentifying themselves based on the body. And because of that, we make many mistakes in life. So to correct that whole misconception of I am this body, it's very important to hear what we call classes or explanations given by genuine devotees, so that we don't make the mistake of not saying the name of God. The name of God and God himself are the same. That's because Krishna, or God, is a transcendental person. He's not a material person like we are. So, therefore, if we chant the holy names of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, we're associating directly with Krishna. It's very important to understand this, because we're living in the age of Kali. It's the worst time to be in the material world, because it's the age of hypocrisy and quarrel. That means everyone is lying or arguing, and arguing that they're not lying. You see this in the Lok Sabha, you see it in the Congress of the United States, you see it all over the place. People lie and then they argue that they're not lying. So it's very important that we take up chanting the holy names of Krishna so that we can purify our mind and our senses and engage in devotional service. Most people just serve their own senses, but when you become a genuine devotee of Krishna, you learn to serve the senses of Krishna. Krishna is a person. You can see his deity right now. The deity is not an idol. It's a living being because it's been properly worshipped every day. Just like you eat maybe 3 times a day. We feed Radha and Krishna 5 times a day. We bathe them. We change their clothing 2 times a day. So we're not. These are not idols. And you want to see an idol? You go to you go to Bellevue Library, and outside you'll see a idol of Gandhi. Once a year they do a little puja for Gandhi. That's it. The rest of the year, the crows and the birds pass stool on Gandhi. See, that's what an idol is. They'll come and chant, some mantras for him once a year. But every day, starting 5:30 in the morning until 8:30, we are worshiping the deities here. We feed them 5 times a day. We have arti 5 times a day. We are chanting Hare Krishna, and we are worshiping them because they're not idols. The pran pratishtha ceremony has been performed for them. Therefore, we know that they are actually present. Because the pran pratishtha ceremony, Radha and Krishna are invited to come and be in the deity form here. So only devotees can understand this. Now, what is a devotee? A devotee is someone who actually believes that there is someone like Krishna and that he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we have all come from him. So therefore, it's important to know how to associate with the Lord. We should associate with love and devotion. And how do you show love and devotion? You offer service. Just like we offer prasadam, we change their clothes, we bathe them every day. This was the original culture of Bharat. And it still is followed to a certain degree, although it's being attacked seriously by the atheists. But still, you have a lot of people that believe that Krishna or Rama are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they chant the names of the Lord, etc., just like we do here. And also you see this nice diorama of the pastimes of Lord Rama. And it's very good if you want to teach your kids about Krishna consciousness. You can go to each one of these displays and you can tell them the story of Lord Rama. We want to make it easy for you to educate yourself and to educate your children. It's very important that these children do not get contaminated by education in the demon schools. In the demon schools, meaning the public schools mostly, right away your kids learn 2 things. 1, you only live once. 2, when you die, everything is over. That's enough to make any kid an atheist, you see. They reject the reincarnation, and if you believe you only live once, then, and there's no such thing as God, then you just live in a very selfish way, gratifying yourself and just thinking about sense gratification, that's all. So if you want your kids to grow up and to be educated, you bring them to the temple on a regular basis so they can hear about Krishna. You also establish a little mandir in your house so that whatever we do in the temple, you also do in your house. You say your house should be a temple of the Lord. And you should cook for the Lord. You should chant for the Lord. You should do everything because Krishna, once you establish his little deity in your house, becomes the Thakur of the house. But most people make the television the Thakur of the house. That's a big mistake. If some dirty man comes and knocks on your door and says, "Let me in," would you let that person in? Huh? Would you let that person in? No. But as soon as you open the television, you let the dirtiest people in the world into your house. You see. So these different media things are very, very dangerous today because people that you wouldn't let into your house normally, they come into your house. So therefore, you have to develop what's called the principles of Sanatan Dharma as our culture. Sanatan means eternal, and Dharma means the occupational duty. So the real occupational duty of every human being is to engage in devotional service to the Lord. That means just like you eat every day, hopefully you bathe every day, and so forth. When you have the deity of Krishna or Rama in your house, you should bathe him every day. You should feed them at least 3 times a day. We feed our deities 5 times a day. They're not idols. And it's unfortunate nowadays many Hindus refer to the deities as idols. They're not idols. They are actually deities. They're actually worshipable. And if you treat them that way, then they reciprocate with you. And if you think there's just an idol or something like that, then actually there's no real reciprocation because whatever you do, it's not with love and devotion. We learn to love and we learn devotion by worshiping the deities in the traditional way that's been done for millions and millions of years. Like Christianity is only 2,000 years old, and Islam is about 1,500 years old, and Buddhism is about 2,500 years old. But Sanatan Dharma is eternal. You cannot tell when it started, and you cannot tell, and it's never going to end. It's something eternal that's been going on in this world, and because if we accept the principles of Sanatan Dharma, now what are those principles? Well, Sanatan means eternal, and Dharma means your occupational duty, what you must do. And what is the thing that you must do is to worship Krishna or God or Rama. You must do that if you want to have a real life. So, a family that prays together stays together. So you come regularly to the temple with your children, sit down with your children, don't let them run around wild. They should be sitting next to you, and you hear the class, you participate in the Kirtans, you bow down to the deities, you see the artis. This is education, real education. If you put your kids in school, they're not really educated there. They're taught all nonsense things. Most of the things that they're taught are not real, they're false. Such as you only live once, and when you die, it's all over. That is not true. What you have to teach your kids is that everybody has an eternal soul. That's who we actually are. We're not the body. The body's changing all the time. And eventually it will die, But you don't die because you're not the body, you're the soul that's animating the body with consciousness. These things have to be taught to your children. But if someone thinks that they're just a body and when you die there's nothing, they become an atheist. So how can you convince, and if you put your kids in a normal school, that's what they're going to learn. So it's very important not even to put them in those schools. It's better you educate them at home. It's much better. That way they don't learn all nasty things. When they're young, they listen to what you say, but at a certain point, by going to these schools, they get to be 12 or 14 or 15, they'll say, I don't want to go to the temple. Don't talk about J-Karo to me anymore. No more J-Karo for me. I don't believe in God. That happens a lot. It happens a lot now. So, coming to the temple is very important, and having your child sit down with you in the temple and hear the bhajans, chant the bhajans, see the deities down and bow down to them, and you have a chance to explain to your child the life of Lord Rama here with the diorama. We try to make it easy for you to educate your kids. This is real education, the life of Lord Rama, to find out about Bharat. There's a difference between Bharat and Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb put his parents in jail, killed his brothers, right? And Bharat, he had full faith and love for his parents and for Lord Ram. So there's a big difference between Bharat and Aurangzeb. So Aurangzeb, there's not one Aurangzeb, there's plenty of Aurangzebs now. They're running around masquerading as if they know something, but they're drinking liquor, and a lot of Indians are doing this now, drinking liquor and engaging in illicit sex and just talking about making money and taking vacations and what's the latest watch you have and what's the next vacation you're going to take, and all mundane subjects. Traditionally, whenever two saintly people met each other in Bharat, they wouldn't say hello, how are you? They would say, how are your efforts going to liberate yourself from the cycle of birth and death? You see, that's the correct way of saying hello. You just say hello, it doesn't mean anything. But how are your efforts going to liberate yourself from the cycle of birth and death? We should be focusing on that. Every one of us is subject to birth, death, old age, and disease. And none of those four things are good. And we should come to the conclusion that why is this happening to me? Unless we come to that conclusion, we remain ignorant about what is the purpose of life. The purpose of our life is to free ourselves from that vicious cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. So what are our efforts to do that? So today I want to tell you a little bit about a great devotee. His name was Haridas Thakur. He was a Muslim who became a devotee of Lord Chaitanya 500 years ago. And his story is very interesting. So it says, that Haridas Thakur said, "My Lord, as long as you are situated within the material world, you will send to the spiritual sky all the developed moving and non-moving living entities in different species. Then again, you will awaken the living entities who are not yet developed and engage them in activities. In this way, all moving and non-moving living entities will come into existence, and the entire universe will be filled as it was previously." So in other words, there are an infinite number of living entities, or jivas. Let's say today, everyone in the world today, the Russians and the Ukrainians and this one and that one, the Pakistanis and the Hindus, they all go back to Godhead. They all go to Jannat, right? And what happens? Well, there'll be a new number of people that appear because there's infinite number of living entities, and they're all in this process of birth, death, old age, and disease. Even though all the living entities go back to Godhead at one time, the world will be filled again with living entities because the trees are living entities, the birds are living entities, you see. They're all living entities, just like we are. And they're in a process of, just like we went through. To get this human form of life, you have to go through the 8,400,000 species of life. The human body is very special. Why? It's the only body that can understand its relationship with God. The body of a bird, the body of a dog, the body of fish, they can't understand their relationship with God. It's only in the human form that you can understand your relationship with God. So therefore, it's a rare thing to be a human being. And the real purpose of human birth is to eventually ask the question, why am I subject to old age, disease, and death? I don't like these things. And is there any way that I can free myself from these things? If you don't ask that question, you're no different than a dog or a cat or a snake or a rat. They don't ask those questions. Only the human being can ask that question. Why am I subject to birth, death, old age, and disease? And I don't like these four things. Is there anybody here that likes these things? Getting old, getting sick, and dying? I don't think so. So, if you say yes, raise your hand. Let me see who likes to die, to get sick, and so forth. So, if you don't like these things, why don't you ask the question, is there any way that I can stop this and free myself of this vicious cycle? Because when you die, only your body dies, not your soul. And if you have not developed love of God, you're going to get another body. And there's no guarantee that you'll have another human body, especially if you eat meat, gamble, have illicit sex, talk nonsense all day long, and just try and make money and spend the money and so forth. You're going to take birth again, and there's no guarantee you'll be a human being in the next life. Most people who waste their life eating, sleeping, mating, and defending like animals, they'll go back to the animal world. What does an animal do? Animals eat, sleep, mate, and defend. What do human beings do? They eat, sleep, mate, and defend, just like animals. But enlightened human beings will eat, sleep, mate, and defend, and on top of that, try and understand their relationship with God and then act in that relationship. That's a real human being. But the human being that just eats, sleeps, mates, and defend is not a human being. They're animals. They're not. The difference between an animal and a human being is the human being can try and understand the relationship with God and then act in that relationship. So we have to wake up. Just wasting our time eating, sleeping, mating, and defending is not the purpose of life. The real purpose is to develop love and devotion for Radha and Krishna, or Sita and Rama, and teach that to our children. If you don't do that, if you don't teach that to your children, you are engaging in child abuse. Child abuse. Because you're not explaining what the truth is to them. And if you put them in the schools where they teach them about the Civil War in America and George Washington and this and that, That's another type of child abuse. They're not actually learning anything that is of real value. But if you teach them how to become liberated from the cycle of birth and death, that's real knowledge, you say. And what do you have to do to become free from the cycle of birth and death? First and foremost, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now the child, by chanting Hare Krishna, is associating with Krishna, because Krishna's name and Krishna are non-different. We should associate with the Lord 24 hours a day if possible. Great devotees, they're chanting all the time these holy names of the Lord, just like Haridas Thakur. So I want to say a few things about Haridas Thakur, who was a Muslim, but who joined Lord Chaitanya. And he said, my dear Lord, you have accepted the form of a divine, the form of a devotee just to deliver all the fallen souls of this world. So 500 years ago, Krishna incarnated again. 5,000 years ago he incarnated. Then he came back 500 years ago in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because when he came as Krishna, he said, you know, you have to surrender to me and I'll free you from the birth and death. But when he came as Lord Chaitanya, he said, you don't have to surrender. All you have to do is chant Hare Krishna. He didn't put any type of condition for you to be free of birth and death. He said, you just chant Hare Krishna and dance and eat only Mahaprasadam, no lasan, no garlic and onion, anything like that. And you will easily go back to Godhead. It's easier to go back to Godhead now than ever before. Previously, it was very, very difficult. Vishwamrita Muni had to meditate 60,000 years. Of course, we don't live that long. But in previous ages, it was very difficult to become liberated from the cycle of birth and death. Today, it's extremely easy. Extremely easy. You simply chant Hare Krishna, dance, just like in Arti, we chant and dance, right? And you hear devotees speak about who Krishna is in classes. We have plenty of classes going on here every day. And you come out on Harinam Sankirtan. Yesterday we had Harinam Sankirtan with about 200 devotees. But we want to have 2,000 devotees going out on Harinam Sankirtan. So you should think about that. Because the Yuga Dharma in this age is to chant Hare Krishna not only in the temple, but also outside, where many people can see you chanting and dancing and join in. Yesterday, many people joined in with the Harinam Sankirtan. Americans and Japanese and black people, white people. Why? Because they heard, they saw the devotees ecstatically chanting and dancing. It's very important to engage in the Sankirtan movement, because the Yuga Dharma of this age, Kali Yuga, is performing Harinam Sankirtan. Yuga Dharma means the recommended way to attain liberation from the cycle of birth and death. So we learn to chant Hare Krishna at the temple, and then we go out in the streets and distribute Mahaprasadam. Yesterday, I think they distributed 600 burritos and other things. And you chant Hare Krishna. So, this is the original culture of Bharat. The original culture of Bharat was to chant the names of the Lord and to worship the Lord in his deity form and to perform Harinam Sankirtan in the streets so that everyone could take part in it, and to distribute books on how to become Krishna conscious and how to make your house a temple of the Lord. Every house should be a temple, a mandir. In a place like Vrindavan, there are about 5,000 temples. Why? Because almost everybody that lives in Vrindavan in India, they have deities in their house, and they're worshiping them. You see, so every house should be a mandir. In fact, every human being is a walking, talking mandir because Krishna is in their heart. Now, if they don't realize that, that's their problem. But if they realize that and act accordingly, then you become a walking, talking mandir. How is that? Well, first of all, Krishna is in your heart. So to have a mandir, you have to have Krishna present. Right? So Krishna is in your heart. Number two, what happens when Krishna is in your heart? You feed him only sattvic food, foods that are in the mode of goodness. So that means you're carrying Krishna in your heart, you should only eat sattvic foods, right? No hamburgers and hot dogs. Just look at the name, a hot dog. And people are eating that. By the way, you're going to see, not a dog, but you're going to see Ramdas come here in a minute, I hope. Where is he? Ramdas is, huh? Yeah, Ramdas is a cow, and we have many cows, but he's a special cow because we bring him to the temple every Sunday and even other days. It's very important that your children associate with Ramdas because they see Ramdas, they immediately are attracted by him, they start petting him, and they start learning what is a real cow. Then when they go to school and in school lunch, they put a piece of meat in their plate, your kid is going to say, I don't want to eat it. Because Ramdas is a cow, and I don't want to eat. Then I don't want to eat this. I don't want to eat cows. I love cows. You see, so we want that education there for the kids, and I hope he comes now. How come he's so late? Huh?
Another 10 minutes.
Another 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So Haridas Thakur was a Muslim, and he said to Lord Chaitanya, you have preached the loud chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In this way freed all moving and non-moving living entities from material bondage. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, if all living entities are liberated, the entire universe will be devoid of living beings. Haridas Thakur said, my Lord, as long as you are situated within the material world, you will send to the spiritual sky all the developed, moving, and non-moving living entities in different species. Then again, you will awaken the living entities who are not yet developed and engage them in activities. So who are the living entities who are not yet developed? They are the dogs, the cats, the trees, and so forth. They're all living beings like we are, but they're in a lower state. But they'll eventually will come up to the human form. So even if Lord Chaitanya liberates everyone in the world, all the Ukrainians, all the Russians, and so forth, to the spiritual world, they'll all be replaced right away by the living entities in the body of trees and birds and bugs and so forth. So there are always going to be living entities. Why? Because every living entity, whether they're a plant right now, or a bird, or a cow, they have a soul, and the soul is eternal and can never be killed. But the soul can be covered with different bodies. Now, we want to help all the bodies. Let's say why do we go in Sankirtan? Because when we go in Sankirtan, chanting in the streets, sometimes we are chanting where there are trees. The trees are spiritually benefited by hearing the holy names of the Lord. Sometimes there are ants. The ants are also benefited by hearing the holy names of the Lord. And try not to step on them, of course. So here we see that you become spiritually advanced using your tongue correctly. What does the tongue do? It vibrates and it tastes. So it should taste only Mahaprasadam. One time I did a program in one lady's house. After the program, she said, "Prabhu, come and have some prasadam." I said, "Okay, let me ask you a question though. Did you cook?" And she said, "No." Oh, I said, "Well, who cooked?" She said, "Well, I ordered it from the Taj Mahal restaurant." I said, "Who was the cook?" She said, "His name was Ahmed." I said, "Well, I'm going to skip the prasadam today." By the way, it's not prasadam, right? Ahmed does not make prasadam. He could maybe, but I don't think so. So you see, everything is not prasadam. Prasadam is a very special substance. It's something that, first of all, you choose only sattvic things, like milk and vegetables, and not all vegetables. No, let's say onions, no garlic. Those are not, they're vegetables. They're definitely vegetables, but they're not in the mode of goodness. We only eat things that are in the mode of goodness, or sattvic. So it's a science, actually, how to eat. Of course, today nobody cares about this. They just eat anything. But if you want to have a longer life, a healthy life, you should learn what are sattvic foods and what are not sattvic foods. If you don't know, you just ask us. We'll give you a list. The number one sattvic food is dud, milk. See? But milk from our cows. Why? The milk from our cows, which you can get tonight if you want. We have it downstairs. We never kill our cows. We have a cow sanctuary in Arlington for the cows that are no longer being milked, and for the bulls. We don't kill the bulls either. Don't drink the milk outside. Like you go to Costco, you can buy a gallon of milk, $4. You're just supporting cow slaughter by doing that. But you can get the milk tonight here. This is ahimsa milk, because we never kill the cows, and we treat them like their own children. And then you can also go and see them to make sure I'm not lying. We love cows. Why? Because they are loved by Krishna. Krishna was a cowherd boy. So that means that he loved cows. So if Krishna loves cows, he'll love you if you take care of cows. That's why we have 3 farms here with cows in Washington State. And we'll never kill any of them, and we protect them. And we are always, let's say, drinking milk from our protected cows. You can also drink that milk. We have it downstairs today. So you see, we're trying to bring back the original culture of Bharat, in which people don't eat meat, they don't engage in illicit sex, they don't gamble, they don't take intoxicants. Instead of drinking whiskey, they drink milk. And you drink mixed whiskey, probably? No, I don't think. Huh? You drink whiskey? Yeah.
I don't touch even coffee.
What?
I don't touch even coffee.
Good.
Even the smell.
The coffee also is very bad for you. I mean, coffee is good if you want to die young. But if you don't want to die young, just drink dud, and garam dud. It should be nice and warm. Right? Okay, so I don't know where's Ramdas. Where is he?
We'll try one more time.
What?
We'll try calling him one more time.
Okay,
He said
who's
he's on
who's
the way.
bringing him? No, Janavasa. Yeah, he's thinking that he doesn't have to get here till 7:30 or something like that. But we do everything earlier on Sunday. Yeah. Okay, so then in this discussion of Haridas Thakur and Lord Chaitanya, Haridas said, "My Lord, as long as you are situated within the material world, you will send to the spiritual sky all the developed, moving, and non-moving living entities in different species. Then again, you will awaken the living entities who are not yet developed and engage them in activities." Now, this is a profound statement. It doesn't sound, profound, but it's very profound because Haridas Thakur is telling Lord Chaitanya, look, all these, bugs and ants and flies and trees and plants, they're all living entities. They all have an eternal soul. But they're in lower species, but they come gradually. Like every one of us have gone through the 8,400,000 species in order to come to the human form of life. Every one of us. Now, if you don't live a sattvic life, you could go back into the animal kingdom or even the plant kingdom, depending on how many sins you perform. So it's very important to understand how rare it is to have a human body. And the purpose of having the human body is because in the human body you can do something that no other living being like birds and cats and dogs and so forth can do. You can understand your relationship with God and go back to the spiritual world and eternally. So it's important that we understand what is the real purpose of being a human being. It's not eating, sleeping, and mating, defending. Of course, you have to do those things. But those things are done by animals also. So how to differentiate between an animal and a human being? The human being eats, sleeps, mates, and defends, and also tries to understand the relationship with God. So that's what we're teaching here, the relationship that we can have directly with God. And the most direct way is to chant Hare Krishna, because Hare Krishna, Golokera Premadana, Harinama Sankirtana. The holy name of the Lord is not produced in the material world. It's coming from the spiritual world, brought down by great saints. And if you chant the Hare Krishna mantra, you are directly associating with God, or Lord Chaitanya, or Lord Rama. You're directly associating with them. So therefore, also, you should name your children names of God. Like, if you name your child Jim or Bill or Ed, that's a big mistake. You should give your children the names of God. And that way you'll be repeating the name of God the rest of your life. So you give your son the name of Krishna or Rama, or your daughter Radharani or Sita Devi. And that way you say, Sita Devi, come here. Well, you just chanted the name of Sita, the wife of Lord Rama. Or you give your son the name Rama, you're saying the name of God all the time. This was known before. I mean, still people do it in India. But if you get the name Rama, then you should live like Rama. Is it not? Like one day I was in, we were doing a program. We were invited to this nightclub in Paris to chant Hare Krishna. So we went. I mean, we didn't go in there to drink liquor or anything like that. But we went there and we chanted Hare Krishna for the liquor drinkers. They need to be, purified also. And one man was there holding a glass of champagne, and he went like this, and then he pulled out he showed me that he was initiated. He was initiated. He had the Brahmin thread, right? Yeah, of course, Brahmin thread only cost maybe 10 cents, right? He had a Brahmin thread, and he pulled it out and showed it to me. But, you know, in one hand he had the Brahmin thread, the other hand he had a glass of champagne. You know? So I asked him, I said, look, if you have the Brahmin thread, you did the Upanayanam ceremony. I said, that's a very serious thing. That you have to live a life that's sattvic. You can't be in a nightclub like this. Like, look, I'm here in this nightclub because they asked me to come here with my troop of devotees to chant Hare Krishna. As soon as we finish chanting Hare Krishna, we're going back away. We're not going to sit here and drink with you. But you should not be doing this. It's not good for you. He said, I know. Look, I'm a Hindu, I know. Yeah, I know, but you're not doing the right thing. See? There are many Hindus like that today. You know, I know, but I eat meat. I know, but I drink champagne sometime or wine. I know nothing. Right? You have to actually follow Sanatana Dharma. You can't say I'm a Hindu. You're not a Hindu unless you follow Sanatana Dharma. And you teach it to your children also. And what is Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana means eternal, and Dharma means your occupational duty. What is our real occupational duty? It's to serve Krishna. Not to serve Elon Musk, not to serve this one or that one, but to serve Krishna. You know, and engage in acts of love and devotion. So, did you call him? He's where?
He's in the parking lot.
He's in the parking lot now? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, so then, to continue here, while we are preaching, opposing elements sometimes argue, if all living entities were delivered by the Krishna consciousness movement, what would happen then? The universe would be devoid of living entities. In answer to this, we may say that in a prison there are many prisoners, and if one thinks that the prison would be empty if all the prisoners adopted good behavior, he's incorrect. Even if all the prisoners within a jail are freed, other criminals will fill it again. A prison will never be vacant, for there are many prospective criminals who will fill the prison cells, even if the present criminals are freed by the government. As confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 22nd verse, Karanam guna sangosya sadasat yoni janmasu. Because of the living entity's association with material nature, he or she meets with good and evil among various species. There are many unmanifested living entities covered by the mode of ignorance who will gradually come to the mode of passion. Most of them will become criminals because of their fruitive activities and again fill the prisons. Haribol. So this is Ram Das. Now, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, how immediately the children are attracted to him. It's very important that they associate with Ram Das, because if, God forbid, they have a lunch at school and they're given a piece of meat on their plate, they're going to say, after meeting Ram Das and knowing, that beef is on the plate, they'll say, I don't want to eat it because I love Ram Das. Ram Das is a cow, and you're trying to feed me this cow meat. I'm not going to eat it. Now, they might say, well, no, okay, well, how about if we give you some, not cow meat, but the meat from what you would call a dog. Yeah. Well, they'd say, well, that's the same thing. I'm not going to eat the dog either because dogs are nice for me, right? So you see, it's important that these kids. Now look at all these kids here. You see, that's why we have Ram Dass, and we bring him to the temple every Saturday and Sunday, so that your children can associate with Ram Dass, and he's very friendly. You can cuddle him. You know how much it costs to cuddle a cow? You have to pay normally $300 to cuddle a cow. You have to go to a farm. They'll charge you $300 to do what these kids are doing right now. Now, we don't charge anything here because we're not interested in making money from cow cuddling, but we are interested that everyone associate with cows. Like, that's why we have 3 farms in Washington State where you can associate with cows. And also we have what's called ahimsa milk, non-violent milk downstairs. It's the best milk that you can ever taste, I tell you right now. It is just fantastic. I drink it every day. It keeps you healthy and happy. Right. Okay, so let me continue here. The purpose of life is this, what you're seeing right now, to be attracted to cows and be attracted to sadhus and be attracted to deities, be attracted to chanting the names of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is what we're teaching. We don't want you to be attracted to cowboy movies, to pornography, to all that nonsense that's out there. It's terrible. We want you to be attracted to these things, just like the life of Lord Rama, with all these dioramas and everything. We want to make it easy for you to teach your children the original culture of Bharat, which was Krishna consciousness, which was worshiping the Lord, serving the Lord. Serving the Lord is very important. Just saying, "Oh, I'm a Hindu," that doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of Christians also that say, "Oh, I'm a Christian," but they don't do anything for Jesus. So you have to do something real for Jesus or for Krishna. You actually have to worship them with love and devotion. And we also feed the deities, we also bathe the deities, and you can do the same thing in your home. So instead of having the television as the Thakur of your house, you should have a Krishna as the Thakur of your house. And also you can invite Ram Dass to come to your house. We bring them to people's houses. You might have a birthday party where your kids' friends are going to come. You can invite Ram Dass, he'll come there. And believe me, look how they're magically attracted. It's like a magnet, you know. But have you ever been to any other temple in the United States where they bring a cow into the temple? No. In India they might do that for sure, but not here. You see, why? Because we want these kids and everyone to associate with the cows. That way you realize that this is a special thing. Krishna himself was a cowherd boy. He loved cows. So if you can cuddle a cow, if you can serve a cow, Krishna is going to love you because he himself is a cowherd boy. That's how important the cow is. He did not have a dog. You see, nowadays people buy dogs as a pet. That's a big mistake. If you're going to buy a pet, you should get a cow. You can get miniature cows. Ram Dass is a miniature cow. He's not going to get any bigger than he is right now. And you can take him for a walk. You can do everything. Anything you do with a dog, you can do with a cow. The only difference is the stool of a dog is very contaminating. The stool of the cow is not contaminating, it's purifying. And the urine of the cow is also purifying. The urine of the dog is not purifying. So you see, there's a big difference between the cow and the dog. So if you want to have a pet, you should have a pet like Ramdas. Okay, so today we have a nice donation from Durga Gudipati, or Damodar Prasad Maharaj, Damodar Prasad Prabhu and his wife, Madhavi. They have donated $25,000.
Haribol.
Also, okay, also he put my name here also, Harivilas Das. I donated $50,000.
Haribol.
Now you might ask the question, how did you get $50,000? Did you rob a bank? You know. No, I didn't rob a bank. Do you have a good job? No, I don't work. Then how did you get the money? I got the money by following Sanatan Dharma. That's how I got it. I have 3 farms, and in each farm there are cows. One is a cow sanctuary for cows that are not being milked, and bulls, so that they can live there until they die naturally. And there's 2 other farms. One is a dairy, where we milk the cows, and you can get the milk tonight if you want. Let me tell you right now, this is the best milk that you will ever taste in your life, and it's called Ahimsa milk. Is there anybody here that actually is drinking our milk? Look at that. How about that? Haribol. Does it taste good? Yeah, it's different than the regular milk. Regular milks, after you drink this milk, the regular milk tastes like water. It's not like the milk from cows that are being protected, and our cows are special. The cows that we milk are Guernsey cows. So they give the same milk as the Desi cow does, and it's just wonderful. Okay, so we want to thank Damodar Prasad very much. The feast sponsors, Raja Ramandas and Sriji Vallabhi Devidasi, on the occasion of Kavya's birthday. Where's Kavya? Is she here? No? Okay. And then Naresh Kumar Penta, who I just saw him walking out.
There he is.
Is he here?
Yes.
Oh, there he is. Okay. So Naresh Penta, on the occasion of Ved Aryan Penta, 6th birthday. Where is our Ved Aryan? Huh?
He's at home, he's taking nap.
Oh, he's taking a nap. Okay. Well, we wish him a very happy birthday. And then Rajesh Prabhu on the occasion of wife Sumita's birthday. So Sumita, very happy birthday. And Pooja Patel. Pooja Patel, are you one of those hotel Patels, Pooja? No? Okay. Anyway, a very happy occasion, on the occasion of Abhishek's 40th birthday. So is Abhishek here? No? Okay. So Abhishek, Pooja loves you very much. Okay. And then Ashok Selvaraj, and then Yogesh Nidhi Mittal, and Pranashaki Devidasi, who is here. Where are you, Pranashaki? Where are you? Right there. Okay. On the occasion of your birthday today, is that right? Is it your birthday? Many more happy birthdays. Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna dear Prana Shakti, Hare Krishna to you. Haribol, 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 Haribol. See, now Ramdas just heard your name, so he came. How you doing, Ramdas? Haribol Prabhu. Have you ever been in a temple in the United States where they have a cow, right in front of the deities? And by the way, even if he passes stool and urine, there's nothing wrong with it, because if it was a dog, there'd be really wrong, because dogs are contaminated, right? But the cow urine and the cow stool are not contaminants. They're pure. It's very important. Of course, your stool is not good, right?
Yes.
Mine is not good either. So, in that way, the cow is superior to us. Okay, so I have some announcements real quickly. Sri Ram Nami, and on April 16th. What day is that, anyways? Huh? Tuesday. So we're having to celebrate it also on Sunday. So this is April 16th. So we'll celebrate it also on April 14th. And we'll celebrate on April 16th, Sri Ram Nami. And then in our second temple, we have another temple in Bellevue. It's open from 7 to 8:30 p.m. in the evening on weekdays. And on weekends, it's open 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So you should come and visit our Balaji temple. It's our Balaji temple in Bellevue. Okay, so are we ready for Arti, or is he doing it? You going to? Okay. So are there any questions you would like to ask? Anybody want to ask a question? Don't be afraid. Okay, so let's take this check and put it in the hundi box before I go to Las Vegas with it. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Oh, Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Now I'm going to go sit in the library. If anybody wants to come and talk with me, they can come. And you can come. I'll be there for a long time, even after the arti. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango,
Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango,
Nitai Gaurango, Gaura Hari.
Nitai Gaurango, Gaura
सचिनंदन गौर हरि
जय 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 जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ
जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ
जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ
जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
सीताराम जय सीताराम
सीताराम जय सीताराम
सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान
सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान
लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
ओ लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
जय राधा नील माधव राधा नील माधव राधे
जय राधा नील माधव राधा नील माधव श्री राधे
जय राधा नील माधव राधा नील माधव राधे
जय राधा नील माधव राधा नील माधव राधे
जय लक्ष्मी जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय प्रभुपादा
जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय प्रभुपादा
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजाचार्य श्री श्रीमद अभय चरण भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की जय इस्कॉन फाउंडर शिल प्रभुपाद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव शादी गौर भक्तबिंद की राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की बिंदान मथुरा धाम की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्तिदेव तुलसी महारानी की अनंत कुटी वैष्णव बिंद की जय प्रतिभावन गौनिताय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुधा श्री श्री राधा नील माधव लक्ष्मण सीमा राम लक्ष्मण सीता हनुमान शुभ संध्या आरती की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे ऑल ग्लोरी सिंपल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरी सिंपल डिवोटीज हरे कृष्ण ऑल ग्लोरी सिंपल डिवोटीज हरे कृष्ण ऑल ग्लोरी श्री गुरु एंड गौरांग ऑल ग्लोरी श्रील प्रभुपाद की नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
प्रहलाद लाददायिने
प्रहलाद लाददायिने
प्रहलाद लाददायिने
प्रहलाद लाददायिने
हिरण्यकशिपुर्वक्षः
हिरण्यकाशिपूर्वक्षः
हिरण्यकशिपुर्वक्षः
हिरण्यकाशिपूर्वक्षः
शिलटन कानकालये
शिलटन कानकालये
शिलटन कानकालये
शिलटन कानकालये
हितो न सिंह परतो न सिंह
हितो न सिंहो वरदो नरसिंहो
हितो न सिंह परतो न सिंह
हितो न सिंहो वरदो नरसिंहो
yami tato Nrsimha.
yato yami tato Nrsimha.
Jato yami tato Nrsimha.
yato yami tato Nrsimha.
Bahi Nrsimha Hidaye Nrsimha.
Bahe Nrsimha Hrudaye Nrsimha.
Bahi Nrsimha Hidaye Nrsimha.
Bahe Nrsimha Hrudaye Nrsimha.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade.
तब कर कमल भरे नाका अद्भुत सिंह दलितालिरन्न कशिपु तनु विषबदिता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव कर कमल वरे नाथा अद्भुत शृंगा ललिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय केशवधृता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरहरि जय नरहरि नरहरि जय नरहरि
जय नरहरि 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 जय नरहरि
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
जय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल।
जय भक्त नरसिंह भगवान की जय भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
कितना जोर से Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Then I'll sing. Can you give the beat?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play. I'll sing. You can give me the. Yeah.
Okay, अब रिपीट करो मैं
Huh?
You were singing?
Yeah, I can sing it.
बम्पर है क्या? अगर तू करता है तो यार फास्ट नहीं आती मुझे. फास्ट आती है आपको? मुझे स्लो आती है. हैं? नहीं आती क्या? मुझसे तो दे दो, मुझे स्लो तो मुझे भी आती. राधा
Just the Hare Krishna.
शुरू कीजिए तो हो जाएगा.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Rama
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Radha Krishna Pran Mura Jugala Kishora
Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishore
Radha Krishna Pran Mura Jugala Kishore
Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishore
जीवाने मराने गति अरुणाहि मोरा
जीवने मराने गति आर नाही मोर
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोरा
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोर
कालिंदीर कुले गेली कदंबे रवाना
कालिंदीर कुले केली कदंबे रवना
कालिंदीर कुले गेली कदंबे रवाना
कालिंदीर कुले केली कदंबे रवना
रतना बेदीर परा बोसबो दुजाना
रतन बेदिया पर बोसब दुई जाना
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोर
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगल किशोर
श्याम गौरी अंगे दिवो चंदने रगंदा
श्याम गौरी अंगे दिवा चंदन रगंगा
श्याम गौरी अंगे दिवो चंदने रगंधा
श्याम गौरी अंगे दिवा चंदन रगंगा
चामरा दुलाबो कबे तेरी मुख चंद्रा
चामर डुलावो कबे मुख चंदा
चामरा दुलाबो कबे हेरी मुख चंद्रा
चामर डुलावो कबे मुख चंदा
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगला किशोर
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा
Gatiya mala te mala divodo hara gale.
Gatiya mala te mala divodo har gale.
Gatiya mala te mala divodo hara gale.
Gatiya mala ti mala divodo har gale.
Adhare duliya divo कर्पूरा दान भूले
अधर तुलिया दिवो कर्पूर तांबूले
आदरे दुलिया दिवो कर्पूरा दान भूले
अधर तुलिया दिवो कर्पूर तांबूले
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगला किशोर
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोर
ललिता विशाखादि जत सखी वृंदा
ललिता विशाखा दे जत सखे वृंदा
ललिता विशाखादि जत सखी वृंदा
ललिता विशाखा आदे जत सखी वृंदा
अज्ञाया गौरीबो सेवा चरणारविंदा
अज्ञय गौरीवो सेवा चरणारविंदा
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोर
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोर
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दासेरानुदासा
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दसे अनुदास
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दासेरानुदासा
कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दसे अनुदास
सेवायाभिलाषा गोरे नरोत्तमदासा
सेवा विलास कोरे नरोत्तम दासा
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगला किशोर
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगल किशोर
जीवाने मराने गदी अरुणाहि मोरा
जीवने मरने गदे आर नाही मोरा
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगला किशोर
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगल किशोर
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Radha Krishna Pranu Mora Jugala Kishora
Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishore
Radha Krishna Pranu Mora Jugala Kishora
Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishore
Radha Krishna Pranu Mora Jugala Kishora
Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishore
Radha Krishna Pranu Mora Jugala Kishore
Radha Krishna Prana Yugala Kishore
Sri Sri Radha Nila Madhava ki